Hi, my name is Olivia. I was diagnosed with PCOS and I'm 1 in 10. I was first diagnosed with PCOS in October of 2019, and I had actually diagnosed myself before I actually got the diagnosis from my doctor. So I was having symptoms like weight gain, difficulty to lose weight. I had really bad anxiety and depression, which is how I eventually got diagnosed. My mother started to get worried about how bad and how long I was depressed for, and forced me to go to a gynecologist. And when I got there, the first thing he said was, I don't have to do anything. I don't have to touch you. I don't have to look at you. I know that you have PCOS. So when he said that I had PCOS, I was pretty smug because I knew it, because I had diagnosed myself a couple of years earlier. And when I'd gone to my doctor at the time, I had said, I think I have PCOS. What kind of test do I need to do to confirm it? And he did a number of tests, and he said nothing was out of the ordinary, but I was still having all of these symptoms related to PCOS. So when the gynecologist said, yes, you have PCOS, I was just like, yeah, I knew it. So living with PCOS has been, I don't really know how to describe it, because I feel like I have been living with it for so long, it's kind of become normal. But some of the things that I have noticed over the years is, especially with how it affects me physically and mentally. So I am always tired. I'm never not tired. If you ask me how I'm doing, I'm tired. I have really bad brain fog, so I have terrible memory. You'll tell me something now, and 5 minutes from now, I'd be like, okay, what was I supposed to be doing again? So I have really bad memory. But generally speaking, I just try to do what I can when I can, because I'm always so tired, because I'm always forgetful. I kind of work little things into my day and into my routine to help to alleviate those symptoms. PCOS has had a significant impact on my mental health. I think because of all of the, apart from the hormonal things that are happening, it's just the fact that you don't have control over so many things. So you don't have as much control over your body, you don't have as much control over your mind. And those things tend to leave an impact. So for me, I am very impatient with myself, with being forgetful, with being tired all the time. People always think that I'm trying to get out of things or make excuses or I'm being lazy, when literally I'm just tired. Like, it's not a case where I don't want to do something most of the time. It's, I can't. I am just not in a state physically or mentally to get it done. Additionally, I found that I can't take any kind of hormonal birth control. So the worst my depression has ever been is when I'm on birth control. So there are small things like that that over time you tend to notice with your body and with how you can do things that, for me, take a toll on my mental health. So I think I've spoken about my two most frustrating symptoms, which would be the fatigue and the brain fog. But I have some other weird ones that I didn't know were PCOS till I spoke to other women with PCOS. For example, I have stress-induced hives. Whenever I'm stressed, I get hives, and I have to be on a regimen of antihistamines for that. So I have quite a few friends and family members that do have PCOS. My cousin has PCOS, and I have a bunch of friends that actually, if it was not for them, I would not have known that I have PCOS as well. Plus, with being diagnosed, I have found in speaking about it that a lot of women that I know have PCOS. So when I talk about it, they'll be like, oh, you have PCOS? I have it too. I have tried 2 ways of managing my PCOS. The first was through metformin, which has not been particularly effective, but that might be due to the fact that I can never stay on it long enough because the side effects are so bad. So now I've switched over to supplements and a more natural approach. So I have been trying to eat healthy, take supplements like inositol, B vitamins. I always take something for something anti-inflammatory. I try to have an anti-inflammatory diet, which is very difficult because the cravings are ridiculous. I would compare the cravings that I have to pregnancy cravings, because when pregnant women talk about their cravings, that's how I feel. I can relate. They're really bad. So that's what I've been trying to do so far. I think the most effective thing for me was actually before I was diagnosed, when I was eating plant-based and drinking a lot of water and a lot of anti-inflammatory things. I found that my symptoms were best at that point. Now I've kind of fallen off the wagon a little bit, so I'm trying to get back to that state of eating clean and taking the right supplements to help to manage my symptoms. My advice for women living with PCOS would be to find community. I think community is the most important thing in helping me so far. It has helped a lot in terms of managing my mental health, in terms of finding solutions that I can suggest to my doctors. It has helped with identifying symptoms and possible solutions and suggestions in how to manage those things. So for me, just speaking about PCOS, letting other people know that it's something that I live with, and getting suggestions from other women with PCOS has been the most helpful thing for me. So that's what I would suggest for anybody living with PCOS. I am very vocal when it comes to PCOS. I spend a lot of time on social media talking about it, researching it, sharing it on my page. And so I made a page on Instagram called If My Uterus Could Talk. It is for women with PCOS, endometriosis, fibroids, that kind of thing, for them to share their story about their journey to diagnosis, what it's like living with these conditions, and any suggestions that they might have for other women who suffer with these chronic illnesses.